from JH with a Thor image. He has said, as a Barcelona fan, right? As a Barcelona fan, right? Not a Manchester United fan, not a Inter Milan fan, not a Villarreal fan, no other fan, but as a Barcelona fan, what are your thoughts on Real Madrid winning their 14th Champions League title this season? So here's the thing, right? I wasn't planning on talking about this final because I feel like I'm just kind of confused, right? Like I just sometimes I don't understand football. I'm gonna try my hardest to not be biased because I know that sometimes my bias does get in the way. Because I was saying like a bunch of things on Twitter that I know pissed off a lot of people. They're like, "Ah, you're just speaking in blubberish, and you don't represent this fan base." And whatever, right? But I was basically saying like a bunch of things. Like for example, right here, this is the tweet that I put out. Some people were like you're too much. I said, please don't come at me speaking about how Real Madrid outplay Liverpool. Real Madrid don't stand for nothing but fake fouls and sitting back. Learn to play actual football, or Barcelona will continue to spank you 4-0 as long as Xavi Hernandez is in charge. So I said something like that on Twitter. Um, I also said I showed a picture of Benzema winning the Champions League and Messi with Valverde in that semifinal match. Well, it's no, I think it's against Manchester United or whoever it may be. But I said both teams played for just the result and relied on just 1 to 2 players. I'm gonna get to what I mean by that in just a second. I also said Benzema and Courtois are the real MVPs. They're the only ones who represent Real Madrid. I also said these aren't toxic tweets. It's just the reality, right? I said that. And then I also said the most undeserved victory in history. So, again, I kind of want to clear the air when it comes to this conversation because, again, like I'm a kind of self-explain myself so you guys can understand where I'm coming from when it comes to these tweets because I know that I don't explain myself well on Twitter, but I just kind of tweet whatever comes to my head first. But yeah, it's just sometimes football is very confusing, right? Because when I saw Real Madrid win, I was pissed off because I just hate the way Real Madrid win their trophies. Like it's just not the correct way, in my opinion, right? You guys may think that Real Madrid played the correct way, that this is the future of football, that this is how football should be played, that football uh you can win football in different manners. It doesn't have to be beautiful football and blah blah blah, right? Like I understand that. I understand. Like you guys are entitled to your own opinion. You guys could think whatever you guys want. In my opinion, I think that Real Madrid win their trophies in the most dumbest way possible. In my opinion, right? That's just how I view it. You may view it differently. And the reason why I'm saying that is because when I saw that game between Liverpool and Real Madrid, Liverpool were doing everything in their power to put the ball in the back of the net. They were playing beautiful football that I think was very enjoyable to watch, just like how I think Manchester City is a beautiful team to watch, a very entertaining team to watch. But when we look at Real Madrid and how they played against Liverpool, they were playing like they were scared. Like I'm so sorry to say that, but they were. That's just how they were playing. And they played boring football. And I'm like, is Real Madrid not gonna attack? Is Real Madrid not gonna send their players and try to compete against Liverpool, like trying to score goals? Because they were sitting back in the first like 45 minutes. They're not doing anything. And as soon as they receive the ball, right, they put a long ball towards Vinicius, and then you already know the rest, right? Vinicius receives the ball, he tries to connect with Benzema, 1-2 pass, and boom, that's it, right? So either ends up as a goal or it doesn't end up as a goal. In my opinion, I don't think that that's just the way that football should be handled. Like you can, again, I respect Real Madrid because of because of how they win and because they want to stand by that, right? That's just what they want to do. They're really good at that. But if any other team, if this was Liverpool, if this was City, if this was Barcelona, Inter Milan, AC Milan, Villarreal, right? We could talk about any team out there in the top 5 European leagues. If any other team try to play like Real Madrid in a freaking semifinal match, in a freaking quarterfinal match, in a final match, they're not gonna win. If they try to replicate what Real Madrid were trying to do and how they won, they're not gonna win. They're not. Only Real Madrid knows how to play like that, and they do it perfectly, which is why they have my respect. But no, there is no other team in Europe that can replicate how Real Madrid do win, because You know what's so funny? Like this is just actually popped up in my head. You know what team tried to play like Real Madrid a few years ago? It was actually FC Barcelona. And I like Barcelona was that team that did look like they did defend and they did rely on about 1 to 2 players because this Real Madrid team, they defended and relied to like around 1 to 3 players, which was Courtois, Vinicius, and Benzema. Everybody else was just there to like play for those 3 players. Barcelona were doing the exact same thing 3 to 4 years ago. And this is what I do mean by if any other team tries to replicate how Real Madrid do play, they're gonna lose. They're not gonna go anywhere. Only Real Madrid know how to do that. But Barcelona tried to attempt this back in 2019. Does this not sound familiar to you guys? How Real Madrid has been playing against these teams? Who did we rely on 3 to 4 years ago with Barcelona? It was Ter Stegen, who was having one hell of a season. Many were praising Ter Stegen because of how much of a great goalkeeper he was and how many times he saved Barcelona, right? I'm about to let me take a drink. Who else did we rely on? And you guys know exactly where I'm gonna go with this. Did we not rely on Lionel Messi the most and even Luis Suarez the most to save us? Does this not sound like Real Madrid today when it comes to Vinicius and Benzema saving Real Madrid, Courtois saving Real Madrid? But look at what happened to Barcelona. We crumbled. It's not sustainable. We can't play like Real Madrid do. It's not the way to play. Many of us were saying this is not the way Barcelona should be going. We need to go back to our tiki-taka style. We need to go back to our possession-based football, play the beautiful way, and blah blah blah. We were saying that, right? But when Real Madrid were doing it, we were saying the complete opposite. We're like, this is the only way to win. This is the future of football. Barcelona needs to learn from Real Madrid because of their elite mentality, bro. Barcelona were doing the exact same thing 3 to 4 years ago, and look where it got them. They lost 4-0 against Liverpool. They lost against Roma like 3-1 or 4-1. They lost against Bayern Munich 8-2 because of what we were doing, because of the route that we were heading towards too. Only Real Madrid knows how to win in this way, and that is basically it. And here's the thing that I haven't even begun, right? This conversation about the point I'm trying to make. Here's the thing that pisses me off the most, and what makes me so worried is the fact that is the fact that many people believe that this is the way football should be won. I don't think that this is the way. Like, if you are a true football fan, do you think that this is the way every team should be playing? Like how Real Madrid is playing right now, like just relying on about 1 to 2 players and then playing very deep and just waiting for the team to open some space and just attack those spaces. Boom, 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 1-2 pass and blah. That's it. Goal. You win. You win the Champions League. You win La Liga. You really think that's going to be the future of football? That's not the way. I don't think that that is the way. The way that City play, the way that Liverpool play, the way that Barcelona play. I need kids. These kids who are like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 years old to look up to teams like that to say, oh, that's a style I want to play in. I see how a style like that can win Champions Leagues and La Ligas. I want to play like that. I want to play like this. Like, that is what we want to see as us fans is to see attracting teams to play in the correct way, not like how Real Madrid do play. Because if every team looks up right to Real Madrid and how they play, they'll be like, oh, okay, so I guess we don't have to like work on our technique, and we don't have to listen to these tactics. We just have to receive the ball, do 1-2, and blah blah blah. You do you think that's going to be healthy for the future of this sport? Is to play like Real Madrid? Like this is like real. Like right now, there are people right now that these kids who are like 9, 10, 11, 12 years old be like, oh, like screw Barcelona, screw Liverpool, and how City do play. Like, ha ha ha, right? Like it's beautiful, but it doesn't get you nowhere. Like, look how Real Madrid are winning all the titles. They won La Liga, they won the Champions League, and now they're gonna want to replicate something like that. That's not the way. Real Madrid is not a team to look up to. It's just not in terms of like the style. Yes, they win. It's not the correct path in terms of the style, in terms of the attractiveness of football. Even Pep Guardiola couldn't believe it. Like what was going on. They did everything correctly to be going into the final, but they lost. They lost in the very end. He just couldn't believe. If I don't have the answers, and you, if Pep Guardiola was speechless and he didn't have the answers, I'm not going to be having the answers. I can't tell you how the hell Real Madrid do end up winning at the end of the day. But if there was one team, and I'm not being biased, if there was one team that can beat this Real Madrid side because they have been playing the exact same way for the past 20 years, which is why they're really good at this. The only team that can actually give a whooping towards this Real Madrid side, it is FC Barcelona. It is only FC Barcelona. A Barcelona team that plays correctly in the correct manner. We have seen a peak of that. We have seen a sneak peek of that 3 or 4 months ago where we won 4-0. We beat Real Madrid 4-0. But how did Real Madrid win the final, right? There's only one team that can beat this Real Madrid side that has been practicing this style of play for the past 20 years. That is a Barcelona team that does play how we should have been playing. We stopped playing like how we should have been playing about 6 years ago, right? But if there was one team, one club that can stop this Real Madrid side, it is Barcelona. It's not Liverpool. It's not City. It is not Inter Milan. It is not Atletico Madrid. It is Barcelona when they are back into what they should be. The Barcelona of 2017, 18, 19, no, they couldn't. They couldn't beat Real Madrid. I mean, we beat Real Madrid, but I'm talking about in terms of being dominant all over the pitch, beating Real Madrid and also beating all of these other teams. There's only one team, and that's Barcelona. And the moment we see that on screen, the moment we are in that position where we do see Barcelona playing the correct way, how we should be playing, and beating Real Madrid 3-0 again, 4-0 again, then I'm gonna be happy because now I know that these kids are gonna be looking forward towards a team like Barcelona and saying, okay, that's how you play football. That's how you win the correct way. I want to play like that. And that is what's going to bring that good football into life in a few years, right? And so that's like kind of like my take. That's why I was super frustrated. I was just like, I don't get it, bro. Like when Vinicius scored after like not touching the ball for like 20 minutes, I was like, sad, bro. Super sad. But yeah, that's my take on the whole final. Congratulations towards Real Madrid for winning the final. They can only win in that way, which is okay because that's the only way that they know. And that's it, right? That was basically the rant of today. Um, there's really nothing more to say. I can't like what you're gonna tell me make a review on how Real Madrid played against Liverpool. I can't give you one. They didn't play. Liverpool played. Have you not seen Mane be so shocked at the bus? He was just like this. He was like sleepy, like he didn't even want to celebrate. He was just like, I want this to end. I don't feel good. I don't get how we lost, and right.